GCCI condemns Attorney General's recent dangerous comment about possible unrest if CCJ rules in favor of no confidence motion. Several high-ranking public officers, including head of Public Procurement Commission, still to declare assets to Integrity Commission. Bandits rob Albion Supermarket, open fire on police as crime spirals. And in sport, Guyana Amazon Warriors signed Trinidad pitch hitter Nicholas Puran. These and more coming up after the break. Stay with us.
At Optic Vision Care, we value the power of your sight. And with our team of eye care professionals, you'll be in good hands. Come experience our comprehensive eye examination using state-of-the-art technology and specialized diagnostic equipment at 4 convenient locations: in Mahaika, Grove, Giftland Mall, and East Street. At Optique, we care. You see. Call us today, 227-7744.
Every day is a new beginning. It's another chance to start over. Another chance to do the right thing. Make the right decisions. Every day you deserve the best. Make the right choice. Every day. Everyday range of products. Affordable and high quality every day. Distributed by Guy Bisco. 35 and 38 Industrial Estate. Eccles, East Bank, Demerara. Telephone 233-3255.
Everything is connected: our planet, our water sources, including the water we drink. Sometimes harmful bacteria end up in our streams and canals. Although treated, the risks are high. You can prevent this pollution and contamination by maintaining your septic tank and grease traps. Call the experts at Puran Brothers Disposal Incorporated on 264-1239 or 603-5050. Keeping it clean is what we do best.
Mark?
I'm in the kitchen.
This is amazing! I love your tiles.
Make an impression with the finest tiles imported by Lens. Lens has a huge selection of various tiles for your wall, floor, and pool needs. All of our tiles are of grade A quality, which are the highest quality tile rated. That means they last longer and are less likely to damage or crack. We're the sole distributor for many reputable companies around the world. At Lens, we have special deals for contractors and bulk shoppers. Shop at any of our 3 locations to get the best in tiles. Lens, our product, your creation.
Good evening and welcome to this, our Monday, May 13, 2019 edition of News Update. I'm Lashona Gomes Cornelius. Our top story this evening. President of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Nicholas Boyer, believes that the recent comment about possible unrest if the Caribbean Court of Justice rules against the government in the no-confidence motion is a dangerous one and is seen as a tool to prevent the government from going to the polls sooner rather than later. iNews Guyana quoted Boyer on as saying that the Attorney General should be more cautious about using sentiments that are attributed to riots and or other forms of unrest during an election period. According to the GCCI president, the proprietors and staff of businesses in Guyana have not forgotten the physical destruction and crimes that occurred during some elections in previous years, while noting that in today's society, it is not expected that there will be such a repeat. On Thursday last, the AG had asked that the CCJ confirm the decision of Guyana's Court of Appeal in relation to the question of the votes being required for the validity of the passage of the no-confidence motion to be 34 votes in the National Assembly as against 33. In his submissions to the court on Thursday, he also reiterated that the principle is the majority cannot be the same for simple and in absolute. In this argument, the coalition government presented that given the fact that there is no half human or half vote, one had to be added to make it 34 for an absolute rather than a simple majority in Guyana's 65-member parliament. In relation to elections being held in Guyana, the AG noted that the country's history has seen some unrest and aftermaths. He said that this could be repeated if an election is held in Guyana without the proper steps in place. Attorney General Williams added that the second highest court in the land had already spoken on this issue and therefore urged the CCJ rule in that light as well. The Court of Appeal in March last had ruled in a 2-1 split decision that a majority of 34 votes would have been needed to validly pass a motion brought against the government. The only way Guyanese will benefit maximally from the oil and gas sector is if the government renegotiates and rescinds the current contract, which heavily favors the concessionaires. This is the assertion of the former government petroleum advisor, Dr. Jan Mangal.
Former petroleum advisor to the government, Dr. Jan Mangal, is urging the Granger administration to renegotiate the oil contract and rescind the existing one so Guyanese can benefit fully from the new sector. Natural Resources Minister Raphael Trotman signed the contract on June 27, 2016 with Esso Exploration and Production Limited Guyana, NextGen Petroleum Guyana Limited and Hess Guyana Exploration Limited. Dr. Mangal, at a recent petroleum summit, stated if the contract is rescinded, the parties involved should be compensated reasonably. This would pave the way for the oil blocks to be auctioned, which will allow Guyana to reap the real benefits from the oil sector. Dr. Mangal affirmed that Guyana should not repeat the mistakes of other countries by rushing production. He said the government should have waited until the country built its capacity to better negotiate in the oil and gas arena. Dr. Mangal noted that though ExxonMobil has made many finds, which racks up to billions of barrels of oil, the government has the power to dictate how much oil is to be produced. This will ensure the life of the resource is extended. The oil contract, signed in 2016 and released the following year, has been heavily criticized. Economists, experts, and the opposition party claim the country should have gotten more than 2% royalty on every barrel of oil, as the contract was signed after a major oil find. Guyana has already gotten the US $18 million signing bonus, most of which will be used to fight Guyana's border case at the International Court of Justice. Godfrey Brooms, MTV News Update.
A prisoner at the Mazaroni prison is now dead after crying out for extreme stomach pains on Saturday morning. The inmate is now dead after he allegedly consumed a poisonous substance which he believed to have been alcohol. Dead is Gary Stewart. According to reports, Gary Stewart was working along with other inmates on Friday at a nearby court. The man allegedly found what appeared to be a bottle of alcohol whilst washing and painting boats and proceeded to consume its content. Hours after experiencing excruciating pain, he was escorted to the Bartica Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. A post-mortem is outstanding to determine the cause of death. A number of public officers are yet to file a declaration of their assets to the Integrity Commission. Failing to do so by June 30 can see legal file against them. Details from Sandy Ramatar.
The Integrity Commission has identified 71 public officials who failed to make declarations of their assets in keeping with the law. The list was published in the Official Gazette dated May 11, 2019. According to the Integrity Commission Act, public officers must annually disclose their financial assets and liabilities on or before June 30. Those yet to make declarations are Chairman of the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board, Berkeley Wickham, Chief Elections Officer, Keith Keith Lowenfield, Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuels, Managing Director of the Ghana Water Incorporated Dr. Vanrus Charles, among others. The Ghana Sugar Corporation has been listed as the agency with the maximum amount of defaulters, 38, including former declarants who left during the declaration period. The Integrity Commission Act secures the integrity of persons in public life. When a person ceases to be a public officer, he or she must disclose assets and liabilities within 30 days. The act was assented to on December 21, 1997.
The government has promised to address the concerns of villagers in Chinese land in Moruca. The residents have been evicted from mining in the area, lands they claim belong to their ancestors.
Tu Shao of Chinese Landing, or in Finance, recently related that all the small miners were evicted from the mining concession by the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission and the members of the Guyana Police Force. The mining block was given to Wayne Vera without the community's free, prior and informed consent provided for in the Amerindian Act. Fernandes explained that the team came in the area, which he said belongs to the indigenous people, and dismantled all the structures. Tu Shao of Waikarabi, Rimple Williams, related that he does not believe the indigenous population is being treated fairly. He affirmed the area is ancestral lands and as such, the Amerindians are entitled to them and should not be evicted. However, the government, during a recent visit to the area, committed to address the issues facing the villagers. The government team included State Minister Dawn Hastings Williams and Government Member of Parliament Mervyn Williams. The villagers noted if mining is ceased, it will be disastrous as the 12 villages in the Moruca sub-district heavily depend on mining, despite hunting and farming are still done on a smaller scale. Reporting for MTV News Update, Godfrey Brooms.
You're watching MTV's News Update. More news after the break. Stay with us.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
Shh, it happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the two most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
Did you know almost 1/3 of deaths in Guyana are heart-related? Chronic inflammation is the root cause of atherosclerosis, the process that leads to cholesterol-clogged arteries. You can now lower high triglyceride levels with Omega XL and reduce the dangerous inflammation that causes these problems. So to ensure a healthy heart and reduce your risk of disease, get your Omega XL today. Live long, stay strong with Omega XL.
Introducing the new Softex toilet tissue, now available across Guyana. Softex is silky smooth because it's made from virgin pulp. Softex is soft and gentle to every touch. Even babies can use it. Manufactured and distributed by BPATS Paper Manufacturing, Eccles Industrial Site. The choice is clear. Choose Softex toilet tissue. Super soft and super durable. Guaranteed.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work. Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes, you will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Secure your property, secure your life. Get the best security service from us at KGM Security Services Incorporated. Highly trained armed and unarmed officers at affordable rates. We offer armed mobile patrols, personal security, cash escort, alarm monitoring, quick response units. Also, rental of executive vehicles with armed guards. 74 Axora Avenue, Bel-Air Park, Georgetown. Contact us on 663-3227, 699-0084 or 654-1800. KGM Security Services Incorporated. We are your source for security.
Welcome back. You're watching MTV's News Update. Armed bandits wreaked havoc on Albion Berbice over the weekend, robbing a Chinese supermarket and firing a number of shots at the police. According to information, 2 masked men entered the supermarket and held the proprietor and customers at gunpoint. The duo, one armed with a handgun and the other an AK-47 assault rifle, placed individuals to lie face down and relieved them of their valuables. Ranks from the Albion police station responded to the crime scene while the men were inside, but to their surprise, they came under heavy fire and ran for cover. The men then escaped on foot, leaving a trail of spent shells. The police recovered 6 spent shells inside the supermarket and 20 outside the supermarket. Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo has called for all Guyanese to obey the country's constitution as the government celebrates 4th National Social Cohesion Day observances. Nagamootoo's call came at a time when his own government is facing a heap of criticisms for allegedly repeatedly breaching the constitution, particularly since the successful passage of the December 21 no-confidence motion. During his feature address to the gathering, Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo posited it is important for Guyanese to recognize the importance of appreciating each other's diversities, whether it be culturally or religiously, is key to forging unity among all in society to ensure a better Guyana is built. With that, Nagamootoo stressed the need for citizens to respect the Constitution as it relates to the laws of Guyana and that which demonstrates respect for each other's differences.
As Guyanese citizens, we have sworn to obey the laws of Guyana. Our laws bind us to respect each other as equals, not to discriminate against another, not to be intolerant of each other's beliefs or customs. It is the duty of every citizen of Guyana, wherever he or she may be, and of every person in Guyana, to respect the national flag, the coat of arms, the national anthem, the national pledge, and the Constitution of Guyana.
The Prime Minister further noted that Guyanese should be proud of the progress made thus far in the aim for national unity and social cohesion, for there are countless nations facing obstacles in achieving such unity.
Look around us in the world. There is social disturbance, even disruption, right on our western border. There are civil wars in Syria and Libya, nationality conflicts in the Middle East, especially between Palestine and Israel, social upheavals in Sudan, Iraq and Afghanistan, dislocation of people on the basis of their ethnicity in Myanmar, formerly Burma, and religious extremism and acts of terrorism, as we have seen recently in Sri Lanka.
Contrary to the Prime Minister's statements, it was a short while ago in November 2018 that Minister of Public Health Valda Lawrence was placed under much scrutiny for stark remarks made regarding her rendering jobs and opportunities to her friends of the People's National Congress reform. The minister was also quoted as saying she was looking for a doctor who can speak Spanish or Portuguese, preferably one that was PNC. To those comments and others made by the minister, opposition leader Bara Jagdeo termed the minister's statements as visceral racism, accusing her of inciting racism among Guyanese. Nagamotu's comments came at a time when the government is facing international criticisms for allegedly breaching the Ghana Constitution on several occasions since the December 21 no-confidence motion was passed in the National Assembly. Despite many are decrying the acts of the government which has plummeted the economy, the coalition party wants a second term. The party, though unpopular, believes its track record is spotless.
The Coalition Party, an alliance of 6 parties, on May 11 marked its 4th anniversary in government, having succeeded the 2015 elections. During the course of its term, the government has been praised and condemned alike by the electorate. The government, in a statement, blew its own trumpet, boasting about its achievements, dubbing itself the best government of all time. The administration said the milestone will open a gateway of opportunities and a prospect to return for a second term. Many have expressed dislike with the way in which the regime has been managing the state. Some 30,000 jobs have been lost, with 10,000 alone from the sugar belt. There has been a massive contraction in the rice, sugar and gold sectors. With the implementation of new tax measures, the government has collected an increased estimate of $80 billion. Value-added tax was placed on water, electricity, medical supplies, services and food items for the first time under the coalition. Water subsidies for pensioners and the $10,000 cash grant for school children have also been withdrawn. Guyana has also been placed on the United Nations SHAPE list for intimidating human rights activists. In addition to this, Transparency International, a watchdog for corruption, has called the government corrupt in its report for 2018.
Amidst heavy criticisms for over the constant, prolonged power outages facing Guyanese, the Ghana Light and Power Incorporated has renewed its promise to customers that it is working to ensure there is reliable electricity supply. As regard to constant, prolonged blackouts across the country, the Ghana Power and Light Incorporated is blaming a short-circuit fault on one of the transformers at the Kingston substation, which it says disrupted services to thousands of customers. But despite the situation continuing, the GPL is claiming it has everything under control and customers will now enjoy reliable power. Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Power and Light Incorporated, Siobhan Sears, told this newscast that the concerns of customers as it relates to available and adequate electricity is their top priority.
GPL has available generation capacity. We would have had some system disturbance last Friday that GPL's senior technicians were able to quickly address and restore power generation within the connected system.
For several months now, customers across the country have been facing constant and prolonged periods of power outages. Many have complained about damage to their appliance as a result of power fluctuation, while others complain about spoilages of perishables as a result of the blackouts. Sears said the company has since rectified those issues and a reliable supply of power can be expected. The Ghana Power and Light has been marred with issues on unreliable power supply in recent months, and despite constant promises of a change in the situation and reliable power, the situation persists. With this week's Star Computers Tech Wrap.
Pick a destination on the Orbit globe here, and that's where we're taking you on this week's edition of Star Technology Wrap. I'm your host Rajesh Lakan, and with me is Jeremy. Tell us about it.
Okay, so today we have the Shifu Orbit. Basically, it's a device that allows children to experience augmented reality in a fun and interactive way while learning about different areas of the globe. So basically what we have is an app that works with the device, and it connects via Bluetooth, and once it's connected, you can look using the camera on any area of the globe. So let's say if I want to look at Africa or maybe Eurasia, I could look at those areas and I could learn a little bit of history about the area, maybe the animals that the area has, different types of information about that particular region of the globe.
So it's a quick and easy way for students to do their homework in terms of the continents.
Yes. Well, for younger audiences, yes. They'll be able to learn about something and experience it in a fun way as well.
Great. Any tablet can work with this here? Or you gotta get a special tablet?
I would say Samsung tablets primarily. That's what we've tested with and that's what works with.
Jeremy, go ahead and give us a demonstration of it.
Okay, so right now we're gonna go to South America. And once I go there, it should... There we go. So, as you can see, augmented reality has now brought up a butterfly. And we're just gonna click on that butterfly.
You know me, right? The butterfly. Peru in South America is considered to have...
So it's just gonna show us some information about the butterfly as well as tell us a little bit about what it is. Well, right now we're on animals, so we're just gonna switch to cuisine. As you can see, we have apple tarts, we have pasta, we have croissants, offered in France. So let's just click on maybe the, let's learn about something we don't know about, maybe the bagels.
Pasta, off the plate in a jiffy. Oh, I can eat pasta for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So basically the child just selects what is it they want to learn about, whether it be the animal, the cuisine, the culture, it's very easy to do. And basically, once you can select that, that augmented reality option will pop up on the screen. It's so I just switched to maybe cultures, right? And it's gonna show me about certain cultural options that are offered in that particular region.
Jeremy, aside from the highlighting the different continents, can it highlight individual countries?
Okay, yeah. So if you just click on the maps option, right, which is with the rest of the options, it will highlight the different areas on the different continents with the flag above it. So as you can see, you have the Ukrainian flag over Ukraine, the United Kingdom flag over the United Kingdom, Switzerland over Switzerland, and so forth.
Great. This augmented reality globe here, is it for sale or just for demonstration purposes?
Just for demonstration purposes at the moment. We're expecting for it to come on sale soon. But children can come inside here and we can show them and they can have a hands-on experience.
Great, and there's lots of other stuff here we haven't even touched on this yet. So you viewers can look forward for lots more educational stuff here at the Innovation Center. Anything else you want to say to the viewers?
Okay, so you can feel free to come in, experience the new technologies that we have available here in the Innovation Center. We have many things that customers can come in and interact with, experience new things that we have on showcase. They could tell us what they think about it. We could share a little information about it as well. Fun things, interactive things for kids and adults as well.
Thank you, Jeremy. And that's what we have for you in this week's edition of Start Technology Wrap. Do join us next week, Monday, for another edition.
Here is Celine Griffith with MTV's Court Roundup.
Four men today appeared before Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan on an attempted murder charge. Raymond Shaw, 33 of 323A Field Sophia, Terry Campbell, 41 of Working Rust, Adrian Lawrence, 24 of B Field Sophia, and Isan Henry, 23 of South Rumfell, denied the joint charge which alleged that on February 23 at Peter Rose and 4 Shaw Streets, Queenstown, with intent to commit murder, they unlawfully and maliciously wounded Vishnu Budram. According to reports, on the day in question, the virtual complainant was driving along the streets mentioned in the charge when he got in an argument with the defendants who were in a bus at the time. As the argument escalated, the defendants allegedly attacked the man with knives and choppers, resulting in wounds to several parts of the man's body. He was rushed to the hospital and treated. The men were subsequently arrested and charged. Police prosecutor Gordon Mansfield had no objections to bail but asked that conditions be attached. Bail was granted in the sum of $200,000 for each of the defendants, with the conditions that they lodge their passports and report to the Criminal Investigations Department every Friday until the completion of the matter. The men were also ordered to not be found within 50 feet of the victim, nor make contact of any kind with him. Shaw, Campbell, Lawrence, and Henry will make their next court appearance on May 21. Meanwhile, a police constable was today placed before the court to answer for allegedly assaulting his wife. 29-year-old Eon Jacobs of Middle Road denied the charges, which read that on February 23 at Vlissingen Road, he assaulted as well as used obscene language towards Amanda Morris Jacobs. Reports indicate that on the day in question, the defendant threw a wood at the virtual complainant, which allegedly hit her on the left leg. The prosecution had no objections to bail being granted the defendant. As such, Eon Jacobs was released on his own recognizance or self-bail. He is scheduled to return to court on May 20. Reporting for MTV's Court Roundup, Celine Griffith.
Coming up after the break, MTV's Sport Update and more. Stay with us.
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
Beeson Windows and Doors, fully equipped to handle all your commercial projects. Whether you're constructing a small or large commercial building, residential property, or just upgrading your home, they got you covered. Beeson Windows and Doors, providing unmatched quality windows for your home, office, and commercial building. Located at 1228 Eccles Industrial Site. For more information, call 662-4197 or 622-6943.
For the best in truck spares, DAF and Cummings, it's A1 Auto Value New Road Freedom Hoop on the west side. Check them out today for seals, alternators, filters, air valves, pistons and rings, air dryers, shocks, bearings, and a whole lot more. Parts and accessories for cars and minibuses. Call today on 254-0890. 64 New Road Freedom Hoop on the west coast of Demerara. A1 Auto Value. Performance without compromise.
Ultra Lubricants, the leading lubricants for tropical conditions, has been serving you for over 40 years, extending the life cycle of your vehicle's engine by protecting it from wear and corrosion, removes impurities, and reducing frequent vehicle oil changes. Ultra Lubricants is for every market, from two-wheel light vehicle to trucks, construction, agriculture equipment, mining activities, and boating. Ultra Lubricants, world-class lubricants for tropical conditions, distributed by Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., and available nationwide.
Welcome to the MTV Sport Update. Nicholas Pooran has been signed by the Guyana Amazon Warriors as their marquee player for the 2019 Hero Caribbean Premier League, which will take place from September 4 to October 12.
The Trinidadian wicketkeeper batsman played for the Barbados Tridents last year, but in a big move for him in the franchise, he will be playing for the Guyanese team in 2019. Pooran has played 11 T20 internationals for the West Indies and has become a fixture in T20 tournaments around the world. He is also a member of the West Indies squad for the 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup. This will be the third CPL team that Pooran has represented, having started his career with the Trinbago Knight Riders before moving to the Tridents. The rest of the Amazon Warriors squad will be decided at the Hero CPL Player Draft, which takes place on May 22, 2019. Omar Khan, team operations manager for the Amazon Warriors, said Pooran is amongst the very best T20 batting talents in the world, and they wanted to bring him into their team as they push to go one better than last year, where they finished as runners-up. Chelsea Griffiths, reporter of MTV Sport Update.
Bangladesh defeated West Indies by 5 wickets to go top of the table in the Tri-Nation Series featuring hosts Ireland.
On Monday, opener Shai Hope continued his fine form with 87 and skipper Jason Holder stroked 62, but no other batsman got past Sunil Ambrose' 23. Mustafizur Rahman picked up 4 for 43 and Mashraf Mortaza 3 for 60 as the West Indies posted 247 for 9. Bangladesh in reply were never really in any trouble, knocking off the target in 47.2 overs. Mushfizur Rahim led the chase with 63 while opener Sumaya Sarka made 54. Mohamed Mithun chipped in with 43 as Bangladesh chalked up their second win in 3 games. Ashley Nurse took 3 for 53. Bangladesh and Ireland will clash in the final group game on Wednesday. The final between West Indies and Bangladesh takes place on Friday. Chelsea Griffith.
Mumbai Indians won a record 4th Indian Premier League title after they beat Chennai Super Kings by a single run in a dramatic finish. Mumbai set Chennai a target of 150 after hitting 149 for 8 from 20 overs with Kieran Pollard top scoring with 4-1. Shane Watson's 8 hit took Chennai to the verge of victory, but needing 9 to win off the last over, he was run out. That left Shardul Thakur needing 2 runs off the final ball, but he was strap-legged before wicket by Lasith Malinga. Mumbai's victory also denied Chennai a 4th title and the chance of retaining the Indian Premier League after winning the 2018 edition, their first since a 2-year ban for their part in a corruption scandal. Malinga struggled earlier on by giving away 49 runs in his 4 overs, but the last 2 overs by the Sri Lankan and fellow pace bowler Jasprit Bumrah, who took 2 for 14, were decisive. West Indies batsman Pollard's unbeaten 4-1 off 25 balls alongside Quinton de Kock's 29 helped to set up the Mumbai's total. Let's take a look at how the action went down.
Oh, that's big! Now, if that ball is lost, we can understand it. Well done. Oh, this could be just over. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Wow, sounded so good. Another 6 to Quinton de Kock. Gloves straight up off the gloves. Dhoni takes the catch. Revenge for Shardul Thakur. Necked and gone. Slower ball, I think it was, from Chahar. And they picked up 2 in quick succession.
What a start! It's been his IPL, goes on a run.
In the air, but hit magnificently from Shane Watson.
Now this has gone straight.
Oh, Shane! That is the biggest of the evening. Finger goes out, Jasprit Bumrah strikes. Should be another couple. Watson was slow turning. He was slow turning. He was out. I think he's gone. What a throw from the outfield.
The Confederation of North, Central America and the Caribbean Association Football last week confirmed the final 12-player rosters for its beach soccer championships, and the Guyana Jaguars have been drawn in Group D.
Guyana is among the competitors in the biennial competition, which is set to take place from May 13 to May 19 at the Puerto Vallarta Stadium in Mexico. The Jaguars are in Group D along with El Salvador, Guadeloupe and Belize in the 4-group tournament. Guyana's squad is comprised of Trevon Archibald, Jeffon Figuera, Jermaine Grandison, Jamal Haynes, Cordell Johnson, Deshaun Joseph, Simon Kennard, Shane Lucky, Jashawn Moore, Keon Sears, Ethan Sparman and Michael Wilson. The 2019 edition, to be held with the support of municipal government of Puerto Vallarta, will have the participation of the best national beach soccer teams in the region. El Salvador will be Guyana's first opponents tomorrow, then Guadeloupe on Wednesday and Belize on Thursday. Chelsea Griffith, reporting for MTV Sports Update.
Hopetown Flames have their eyes set on the Independence Track and Field Championships set for May 18 and 19 at the National Track and Field Center, Lenora.
With a number of phenomenal talent re-emerging from Berbice, manager of the club Keisha Burnett is optimistic of her athletes doing well come race day. With Guyana becoming a dominant force in athletics on the youth and the junior levels, Burnett highlighted that these meets assist in development of athletes. She noted their athletes are preparing for future meets, so the more they compete, the better for them, and she also believes this meet provides exposure for their athletes, and that is important. In addition, with athletes such as 2019 Carifta gold medalist Matthew Gordon, along with the likes of ace sprinter Lionel Marks, and a few other notable names set to compete, their opponents are being put on notice to come prepared for stiff competition from Berbice's most prominent clubs. Action at the track and field event is set to kick off from 10 hours on May 18 and May 19. Chelsea Griffith, reporter for MTV Sports Update.
Italian national champion Ilia Viviani was stripped of his Stage 3 win at the Giro d'Italia for swerving in front of another rider in the final meters. Race organizers demoted the 30-year-old after reviewing footage, with Colombian Fernando Gaviria declared the stage victor and Francis Hernan de Mera moving up to second from third. Team Ineos Tayo Geoghegan Hart lost 88 seconds after being struck behind a crash in the last 5 kilometers. Primož Roglic kept the overall lead. The Tunic Quick Steps Viviani, wearing the green, white and red national champions jersey of Italy, crossed the line first in a chaotic bunch sprint finish, but was relegated to 73rd, the back of the first group of finishers, for leading his sprinting line and swerving in front of Trek Segafredo's Matteo Moschetti. It is an important time in the junior squash calendar and a benchmark for Junior Caribbean Squash Association squad selection, determining the national title winners. Woodpecker Products Junior Nationals kicked off their tournament at the Georgetown Club earlier tonight.
24 players will compete in age categories: boys and girls under 19, under 17, under 15, under 13 and under 11. There is a very young group of players this year, but there is certainly no lack of talent amongst them. With few competitors in the girls group, the younger categories will have the majority of the games over the coming week. Play will continue each weekday from 18 hours, and the final matches will begin on Saturday, May 18 from 11 hours. Chelsea Griffith, reporter for MTV Sports Update.
More news after the break. Stay with us.
Ultra Lubricants, the leading lubricants for tropical conditions, has been serving you for over 40 years, extending the life cycle of your vehicle's engine by protecting it from wear and corrosion, removes impurities, and reducing frequent vehicle oil changes. Ultra Lubricants is for every market, from two-wheel light vehicle to trucks, construction, agriculture equipment, mining activities, and boating. Ultra Lubricants, world-class lubricants for tropical conditions. Distributed by Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., and available nationwide.
Now for some news in the region. An Argentine lawmaker who was shot last Thursday outside a Congress building in the capital, Buenos Aires, has died of his wounds. Hector Olivares, 61, was a member of Congress for the governing Cambiemos coalition. Police think the shooting was not politically motivated and that the target was a friend of Mr. Olivares, Miguel Marcelio Yadon. The two men were shot at from a car. 6 people have been arrested. Mr. Yadon, 58, was hit 5 times and died on the spot. On the international scene, Sudan's public prosecutor has charged ousted President Omar al-Bashir with incitement and involvement in the killing of protesters. The charges stem from an inquiry into the death of a medic killed during protests that led to the end of his rule last month. Mr. Bashir's fate is unclear. He was reportedly arrested after being ousted. He is also facing an investigation over allegations of money laundering and terror financing. And that has brought us to the end of regional and international news. Now let's take a look at the Ghana Stock Exchange closing prices for trading session 825. Let's turn our attention to the Demerara Harbour Bridge and the Berbice River Bridge schedules. that's a wrap on today's broadcast. Before we go, here's a reminder of our top stories. GCCI condemns Attorney General recent dangerous comment about possible unrest if CCJ rules in favor of no confidence motion. Several high-ranking public officers, including head of Public Procurement Commission, still to declare assets to Integrity Commission. Bandits rob Albion Supermarket, open fire on police as crime spirals. And in sport, Ghana Amazon Warriors signed Trinidad pitch hitter Nicholas Buran. Catch our rebroadcast at 23 hours today and at 6 hours 30 tomorrow. On behalf of our news and technical teams, I am Lashona Gomes Cornelius. Good night.